46. And this week we're answering the question, how can I help my church?
We are going to learn that God has gifted you with the power to change the world. Ooh. All right, so there are these things that God has given us, and they're called spiritual gifts. Some of our gifts might just seem like normal gifts, but when you use them for God, they become a spiritual gift. Ooh. So if someone is like really good at sports, that's not necessarily a spiritual gift.
No.
In nature, but when you use it to make Jesus famous, it becomes a spiritual gift, okay?
Sounds like Duke.
Sounds like Duke. Okay. Have you ever, speaking of, have you ever wished you had some gifts or talents that Duke had that you don't have?
Not necessarily. He's always trying to get Lennon to be like him, and I don't think that's cool.
Okay, you are a special kid. You really do love this, who God made you to be, and you have never wished to be anyone else. But that's actually very rare. There are many people who have wished they had a different gift. And you know what happens when we try to fit like a gifting that God didn't intend for us to use?
No.
What would happen in an ant colony if an ant tried to do a different job than what they were supposed to do?
Then they'd fall behind on the job that it used to be working on until it got back on the job.
Is there a more important job in an ant colony than another?
Well, most are gatherers, so they have a lot of food.
Okay, but my point is, you might feel like the least important role, but every role is needed to make it all work, right? Mm-hmm. So let's put that in a church setting. You cannot have a church full of preachers. It just doesn't work that way. There is a preacher or two, or maybe three.
And then you gotta have some musicians and some audience to hear, and then to spread the word.
You know what else you need?
What?
Custodians. To clean it up.
Oh, yeah.
You need volunteers to do things that no one's ever gonna see. All of these roles are equally important to make the church work. And here's what I want to tell you today. There is no age limit on using your spiritual gift. You can use it today to help your church and to make Jesus become famous.